Okay, today we are going to use a nonfiction article to bridge what we are going to be reading about, which is Anne Frank's diary and her family during World War II, with what's currently going on in the world, which is the Syrian refugee crisis. Now, you've already read through the article and underlined what you think is important or needs to take note of. Since you hurt your arm and you can't physically write out to take notes, today we're going to be doing something called coding the text. So when you see something that has to do with Anne Frank's family, you're going to make a triangle next to that section. So a triangle equals the Frank family. I'm going to write your key up here so that you can look back to that later. And then you're going to put a circle next to the Syrian refugees. So circle equals Syrian refugees. So as I read this first paragraph, I am going to be putting a triangle or a circle next to what I think it has to do with either the Frank family or the Syrian refugees. Then if it's both of them, I'm going to put a circle and a triangle. So President Barack Obama has pledged to take in 10,000 Syrian refugees. So that definitely has to do with the Syrians who are fleeing war in their homeland. There's another group of refugees, Jews trying to escape Europe on the eve of World War II, which is Anne Frank's family was Jewish trying to escape Europe, who also sought to come to the United States. Many have noticed similar obstacles that the two groups, more than 75 years apart, have faced. So here I'm going to put a triangle and a circle, just because it's a similarity between the two. So now we're going to do this next paragraph together, the rest of this section together actually, and then I'm going to explain it a little more as to how it will help you later. So I'm going to give you the pen. You can do this with your right hand, right? You're usually a lefty? Yeah, okay. So, among the many who tried and failed to escape German persecution were Otto Frank and his family. Yeah, so that you do the triangle. Okay. His wife was Edith, and his daughters were named Margot and Anne, who was the author of The Diary of Anne Frank. In 2000, oh, you're going to make a triangle there too? Okay. In 2007, American University history professor Richard Brighton wrote about the discovery of old documents. They told the story of the Frank struggle to get permission to come to the U.S. So for this one, the struggle to get permission to come to the U.S., I would also put a circle there, because that's been an issue in the news right now with the refugees. So if we go to the next page, there's another small paragraph and then one sentence. So Otto Frank survived the Holocaust, the mass killing and imprisonment of European Jews during World War II by German Nazis. Brightman said that if immigration rules had been different, Anne Frank could be a 77-year-old woman living in Boston today, a writer. Instead, she died at the age of 15 in a German concentration camp. So do you think this section would need a triangle or a circle if it's talking about the Nazis being killed? Triangle, right. So with this coding, later when you go back to your notes and you have to reference, you can see the triangle and know immediately that this section has to do with the Frank family. Whereas on the first page, if you have a circle, you know that that has to do with the Syrian refugees. And then you have the triangles and the circles, so you know that can do with both of them. Just a good note-taking strategy to help you figure out which part is with which group. Now, this is the rest. I'm going to leave you to do the rest of the section yourself. And if you have any questions or if you're confused, I'll be right here to help you. Yes, this section. Okay.